As we journey through life, many of us begin to notice subtle yet significant changes in our cognitive abilities as we age. The once sharp recall of names and faces may become clouded, and the effortless flow of conversation can sometimes falter. It's a shared experience that often stirs a mix of concern and curiosity. Have you ever pondered whether these changes are just a natural part of growing older, or if there might be something more at play beneath the surface? This moment of reflection invites a deeper understanding of our cognitive health, highlighting the importance of approaching these observations with both awareness and compassion. After all, aging is not merely about the passage of time. It's a complex interplay of factors that influences how our minds function. Gaining insight into the nuances of our brain's health can empower us to take preventive steps long before more alarming symptoms arise. Many people have questions about their cognitive well-being, especially when faced with the uncertainty of neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's. Just as we nurture our physical health, it is equally vital to pay heed to our mental vitality. This journey toward understanding is one paved with empathy and knowledge, encouraging a proactive stance when it comes to our daily habits and lifestyle choices. As we explore these vital aspects, we begin to unravel the potential for maintaining a vibrant and healthy mind throughout our lives. As we delve deeper into this journey of understanding cognitive health, it's essential to recognize the impact of lifestyle choices on our mental vitality. Physical activity, for instance, doesn't just benefit our bodies, it also nourishes our brains. Studies have shown that regular exercise can stimulate the growth of new brain cells, particularly in the hippocampus, the region associated with memory and learning. Imagine this: a brisk walk in the park, with the sun gently filtering through the leaves, can contribute significantly to enhancing your cognitive resilience. The fresh air fills our lungs, while the rhythmic motion of our bodies sways in synchrony with our thoughts, inviting a flow of creativity and clarity that often escapes in sedentary moments. But it's not just exercise that plays a crucial role. Nutrition is another cornerstone in this intricate architecture of cognitive health. Diets rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and vitamins can fortify our neural pathways. The Mediterranean diet, replete with fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, and fish, has garnered much attention for its potential protective benefits against cognitive decline. Picture a vibrant plate of roasted Mediterranean vegetables drizzled with olive oil and paired with grilled salmon. Enjoying such meals not only delights the palate, but also fuels the brain. Noticing how certain foods affect our mood or mental clarity can open a new dialogue about the profound connection between what we eat and how we think. As we embrace these pillars of cognitive health, it's also important to confront the emotional landscapes that often accompany aging. Fear of cognitive decline can lead to isolation and anxiety, creating a vicious cycle that stifles social interactions and mental engagement. Consider the story of Margaret, an active 72-year-old filled with creativity and passion for painting, who suddenly found herself feeling withdrawn, worried that her struggles to recall names would make socializing awkward. Through a supportive community of friends who understood her concerns, Margaret learned to embrace her journey without fear. They often remind each other that their value lies not in their memories, but in the shared laughter and experiences they create together. We must also remember the importance of lifelong learning. Engaging in new and stimulating activities can pave the way for cognitive growth. Whether it's picking up a musical instrument, learning a new language, or even taking up a challenging puzzle, these endeavors ignite newfound synapses and connections, keeping the brain as agile as a young athlete's. Each new skill learned becomes a brushstroke on the canvas of our lives, colors blending together to create a masterpiece of experience that not only adds excitement, but also enhances the brain's adaptability. Yet amidst this journey, we must also cultivate an environment of compassion for ourselves and others. The complexities of cognitive changes can sometimes lead to frustration and misunderstandings. When we witness a friend or family member struggling, approaching them with patience and understanding can strengthen their emotional and cognitive well-being. Imagine offering a warm cup of tea and a listening ear to someone feeling lost in a moment of forgetfulness. In creating spaces where empathy and support flourish, we reinforce the very essence of our humanity. Continuous exploration and understanding of our cognitive health reflect not only a desire to maintain mental sharpness, but also a profound commitment to living fully. It reminds us that every interaction, every moment of joy, or even moments of struggle, contributes to a larger narrative of our lives. As we weave together threads of knowledge, lifestyle choices, emotional support, and community, we can foster a rich tapestry that honors the complexities of aging while celebrating the enduring strength of our minds. So as we continue on this path, let's invite conversation and questions. Let's engage with the things that awaken our curiosity. In doing so, we embrace a future where cognitive health is not just a concern to be feared, but a vibrant journey to be cherished and nurtured, allowing us to write our own stories of resilience and vitality. As we navigate through the rich landscape of cognitive health, it becomes increasingly evident that understanding and enhancing our mental vitality is an enriching pursuit. Yet, it's crucial for us to remain grounded in the reality that cognitive changes are not only about our physical choices, but also about the intricate web of emotional connections and social interactions we cultivate throughout our lives. Consider, for instance, the tale of Arthur, a retired teacher who had dedicated years to shaping young minds. In his twilight years, Arthur found himself grappling with fleeting moments of forgetfulness that left him feeling vulnerable and questioning his worth. His passion for chess, a game that had once ignited spirited debates and alliances among his community of fellow enthusiasts, began to fade as self-doubt crept in. Yet, through the encouragement of his daughter, who recognized the deep joy chess once brought him, Arthur revisited the game. He gathered friends for regular matches at the local park, transforming what he initially perceived as a struggle into a revival of connection. Each move on the chessboard mirrored the resilience of his spirit, forging bonds that rekindled his zest for life. This experience underscores a vital truth. Our cognitive health thrives in the embrace of community, where the laughter, strategies, and stories shared lend strength to our mental faculties. Engagement in social activities transcends mere entertainment. It actively stimulates our brains. Silence and isolation can dull the edges of our intellect, while shared experiences, from book clubs to gardening groups, can sharpen our focus and foster a sense of belonging. Picture a vibrant discussion blooming in a cozy cafe, where ideas exchange as freely as the coffee flows. Such settings not only elevate our mood, but also enhance cognitive functions. Research indicates that social interaction can boost the levels of neurotransmitters associated with happiness, thus enriching both our emotional and cognitive states. However, in our pursuits for connection and engagement, it's essential to recognize the shifting landscape of communication itself in this digital age. With technology at our fingertips, we often overlook its potential to either isolate us or bring us closer together. The poignant story of Grace, an octogenarian grandmother who initially approached technology with skepticism, serves as a testament to the latent power of connection that lies within digital platforms. Encouraged by her grandchildren, Grace embarked on a journey into the world of social media, discovering communities that celebrated her love for knitting and gardening. As she shared her creations online, the flood of encouragement and appreciation she received not only nurtured her creativity, but also reinforced her sense of identity. In this way, the very tools we might fear can transform into avenues of connection and cognitive enrichment. In parallel with social engagement, nurturing our emotional well-being plays an indispensable role in preserving cognitive function. Mental health challenges such as depression and anxiety can cast shadows over our cognitive abilities, often leading to a downward spiral. Exploring strategies that promote emotional resilience is vital. Implementing mindfulness practices, such as meditation or yoga, can help ground us in the present, enhancing both emotional and cognitive clarity. Imagine the gentle rhythmic flow of your breath during a quiet meditation session, washing over you like the tranquil waves of an ocean, opening your mind to possibilities and easing the weight of worry. Such practices, when woven into our daily routines, can serve as powerful safeguards for our mental vitality. Just as we must care for our minds, understanding the role of sleep in cognitive health remains pivotal. Sleep is not merely a time for rest. It is during these precious hours that our brains consolidate memories, process emotions, and clear out toxins. The experience of Robert, a once energetic entrepreneur who struggled through sleepless nights filled with stress and anxiety, serves as a poignant reminder of the vital relationship between rest and cognitive function. After seeking professional help, Robert adopted a consistent sleep routine, redefining his nighttime environment and ensuring a tranquil space for rest. Gradually, as his sleep patterns improved, he found renewed clarity and a resurgence of mental sharpness, infusing his daily life with vibrant energy that reignited his creativity and passion for his work. Cognizance of these interconnected aspects of cognitive and emotional wellness leads us to embrace a holistic approach toward aging. As we acknowledge the stories of those around us, like Arthur, Grace, and Robert, we identify a collective movement towards understanding that our cognitive health is not a solitary endeavor. It's nourished through community, empathy, and shared experiences. Each story intertwines with the next, forming a rich narrative that celebrates resilience and fosters hope in the face of life's complexities. As we step forward, let us continue to engage in open dialogues about cognitive health. Let us take to heart the lessons learned from those who have navigated similar journeys and share our own stories to illuminate the path for others. This beautifully intertwined quest for understanding is not just about maintaining cognitive sharpness. It's about nurturing every facet of our humanity. It's an invitation to create a legacy, one characterized by joy, connection, and the unwavering potential of our minds. So let us cherish each moment, cultivate curiosity, and foster connections that uplift our spirits and sharpen our minds. In doing so, we can embrace a future where the narrative of our cognitive health is filled not with fear, but with a sense of vibrancy and resurgence, allowing us to write our own chapters of strength, resilience, and unfaltering hope. As we weave through the tapestry of cognitive health, it's imperative to recognize that our mental vitality is deeply intertwined with the stories we share and the communal bonds we forge. Movement and spoken word create a symphony that resonates within us, reminding us of the inherent need to belong and connect. Take the story of Evelyn, a spirited 75-year-old who had dedicated her life to teaching literature. In the wake of retirement, she found herself at a crossroads. The beloved discussions that once filled her days diminished, leaving echoes of loneliness in their wake. Evelyn had once thrived on the vibrancy of new ideas and perspectives, yet the silence that settled over her life began to dull her keen intellect. One day, driven by nostalgia, she decided to start a book club at her local library. The anticipation carried a hint of trepidation, but to her surprise, a diverse group of individuals joined her, young students eager to learn, fellow retirees seeking camaraderie, and even a few health advocates focused on mental wellness. As they gathered weekly to delve into the pages of classic novels, Evelyn rediscovered her passion. The discussions blossomed, igniting debates that spanned generational gaps and cultural contexts, breathing life into her once sleeping mind. Each perspective shared stirred Evelyn to think critically and creatively, fortifying connections that illuminated her cognitive landscape. Through this experience, Evelyn found more than just intellectual stimulation. She unearthed a newfound purpose. The laughter and camaraderie among her book club transformed her narrative from that of isolation to one rich in engagement and joy. Evidence suggests that such social interactions can significantly bolster cognitive resilience. Engaging the mind in shared conversations not only strengthens neural pathways, but also nourishes our emotional well-being. Each lively debate, every shared laugh, and even moments of silence became threads in the vibrant tapestry of her life, weaving a narrative of communal strength amidst the complexities of aging. In this journey of exploration, the impact of technology on our cognitive health cannot be overlooked. While we often regard the digital landscape as a potential isolator, it can also serve as a powerful connector, bridging distances and forging new relationships. Consider the tale of Sam, a widower in his late 60s, who was initially apprehensive about diving into online platforms. Encouraged by his grandchildren, he joined a virtual group focused on discussing history and culture. What began as a hesitant step into virtual interactions blossomed into a robust community. Sam's journey through shared interests ignited his curiosity anew. The digital connections he formed transcended physical barriers, enriching his life with friendships and shared learning experiences. Through encounters like Evelyn's and Sam's, we can see the profound truth that while aging may impose certain limitations, it can also unveil untapped reservoirs of strength and creativity. Embracing technology, when used mindfully, enables us to keep our spirits high and our minds engaged, leading to an enriching and fulfilling life. Moreover, in our quest for cognitive vitality, we must also recognize the significance of emotional health. The mind and emotions are forever intertwined, a dance of intricacies that guide our journey through life. The story of Raphael, a 68-year-old artist, serves as a powerful reminder of this connection. When he was faced with the loss of his wife, he found himself engulfed in grief. The vibrant colors of his canvas faded to muted tones, reflecting the emotional weight he carried. It was through art therapy that he discovered the healing power of expressing his feelings. With gentle guidance, he began to pour his grief onto the canvas, allowing his emotions to guide each brushstroke. As he depicted the beauty of their shared memories, Raphael not only processed his sadness, but also reignited his passion for creation. The therapeutic process proved invaluable in maintaining not only his emotional health, but also his cognitive clarity. When we nurture our emotional well-being, our cognitive faculties can thrive, unveiling new pathways of creativity and understanding. Establishing a supportive network enriched with emotional intelligence can be paramount, especially as we navigate the challenges of aging. A compassionate circle can uplift us, reminding us that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a shared experience. Consider the example of Fiona, a 70-year-old grandmother who embarked on a journey to create an emotional support group in her community. Every week, she welcomed friends, neighbors, and newcomers to share their stories and experiences. In the warm comfort of the gathering, Fiona and her peers found solace, camaraderie, and the reassurance that they were not alone in their struggles. The shared narratives became both a source of inspiration and a balm for their emotional wounds, demonstrating the impact of empathy in bolstering cognitive health. As we navigate these rich stories of connection, purpose, and emotional resilience, it becomes clear that the landscape of cognitive health offers boundless opportunities for growth and understanding. It's about embracing the complexities of aging with an open heart and an adventurous spirit. As we embark on this journey, let us continue to champion conversations around cognitive wellness, sharing our experiences and embracing the stories of others. In this grand tapestry of knowledge, let's foster an environment of curiosity and compassion, where every story blends into the next, creating a narrative filled with hope, healing, and the unwavering resilience of the human spirit. By cherishing each connection, be it through laughter, shared interests, or emotional support, we not only enrich our own cognitive vitality, but also weave a legacy that honors the boundless potential of our minds and our lives. Each chapter we contribute to this ongoing dialogue enhances our collective journey towards a vibrant and fulfilling existence, marked by strength, creativity, and unyielding hope. In the bloom of life, we often find ourselves navigating the ever-evolving pathways of our cognitive health. But as we age, we must acknowledge the intricacies of our minds that extend beyond just memory and recall. It is essential to remember that our mental well-being dances closely with the rhythms of emotional resilience and social connectivity. Consider the poignant journey of Thomas, a spirited 79-year-old former musician whose life was steeped in rhythm and melody. After the passing of his wife, a profound silence enveloped his world, replacing the once vibrant notes of companionship with echoes of solitude. In the early days of his grief, Thomas immersed himself in nostalgia, retreading familiar melodies on his piano yet every note felt weighed down by sorrow. It was his daughter, a budding therapist, who recognized that he was not merely mourning a partner, but also losing a vital piece of himself. Gently encouraging him to participate in a community music group, she ignited the spark of connection once more. To Thomas's delight, the group was not just composed of seasoned musicians, but also enthusiastic novices eager to learn. As the sessions unfolded, the laughter and shared experiences swelled around him like warm sunlight breaking through a cloudy sky. With each chord strummed and note sung, a gentle rejuvenation of his spirit began to permeate the air, allowing the melodies of companionship to reclaim their rightful place in his life. Such stories remind us that the emotional landscapes we navigate significantly influence our cognitive vitality. Music is not merely an art form, it serves as a poignant bridge linking hearts and minds. Scientific studies support this connection, revealing that engaging in musical activities can enhance brain connectivity, improve mood, and even foster neuroplasticity, a phenomenon where our brains continue to grow and adapt regardless of age. The interactions Thomas experienced, reminiscent of many in communal circles, painted a vivid picture of how creativity and social engagement create a nourishing environment for cognitive flourishing. As we delve further into our exploration of cognitive health, let's not overlook the remarkable power of mindfulness. Mindfulness practices have been gaining momentum as catalysts for clarity and emotional stability. As Jane, a 66-year-old grandmother of 3, discovered, weaving mindfulness into her daily routine became a sanctuary amidst the chaos of life. She embraced gentle yoga sessions, accompanied by tranquil moments of meditation, cultivating a profound awareness of her thoughts and emotions. Perhaps it was during one peaceful afternoon, seated in her garden, that she first experienced the profound stillness that comes with being present. Each breath she took, each flower she tended, restored layers of her mental acuity, combating the anxieties that sometimes clouded her mind. What's compelling about mindfulness is its grounding nature. It anchors us, allowing us to observe our thoughts without judgment, creating a fertile ground for resilience to take root. Studies indicate that practicing mindfulness can play a pivotal role in enhancing focus and memory retention. Jane's journey deepened as she began sharing these insights at local community centers, leading mindfulness workshops that blossomed into collective sessions. Together with participants of varied ages, they laughed and shared stories, each encounter weaving tighter bonds that fostered connection and reinforced their resolve to support one another. Another essential aspect worth exploring is the impact of lifelong learning on cognitive vitality. Engaging in intellectual pursuits, whether through academic courses or hobbyist workshops, holds immeasurable value for our brains. Take, for example, the story of Fred, a retired engineer who, after decades of a fulfilling career, found himself at a crossroads that left him craving intellectual stimulation. His curiosity nudged him towards enrolling in pottery classes, a venture worlds apart from his once methodical profession. Initially apprehensive, Fred soon discovered the joy of molding clay into unique sculptures, allowing his hands to communicate what words could not. The art of pottery not only invigorated his creativity, but also ignited a commendable number of newfound friendships, each meeting punctuated by laughter and artistic endeavor. The science behind learning is unequivocal. It can lead to the growth of new neural connections, enhancing cognitive paradigms and fostering ingenuity. Fred's experience highlights how learning stimulates the mind, catalyzing a sense of accomplishment and nurturing our confidence, a crucial factor as we age and face changes in our cognition. Bridging the gap between memory retention and novel experiences, pursuing knowledge becomes a transformative journey that fuels curiosity and creativity. In our collective narrative around cognitive health, we must also lean into the significance of intergenerational connections. In a world that often segments us by age, fostering relationships across generations enriches our lives immeasurably. Picture the delightful exchanges between Clara, a 10-year-old with an inquisitive spirit, and her neighbor, Helen, an insightful 80-year-old who had weathered life's seasons with grace. Their bond flourished through simple afternoon visits that melded storytelling and laughter. Clara would soak in Helen's tales of adventures long past, and in turn, Helen would marvel at Clara's youthful imagination and relentless curiosity. This relationship illustrates a beautiful reciprocity where wisdom meets enthusiasm, nurturing both cognitive and emotional growth. Research highlights the cognitive benefits of such intergenerational interactions, serving to bolster complex thinking and empathy in both parties. By bridging generations, we embrace a symbiotic relationship where older individuals can pass on life lessons while also invigorating younger ones with a fresh perspective on life and learning. As we reflect upon these vibrant stories of connection and ingenuity, it becomes clear that cognitive health is not solely an isolated destination. Rather, it is a collective journey enriched by emotional resilience, creativity, learning, and the nurturing of relationships. It is an unfolding narrative that teaches us the immeasurable value of curiosity and camaraderie in the pursuit of not only preserving our mental vitality, but also gifting us a robust framework for a flourishing life. Thus, let us continue to share our tales, inspire inquiries, and build bridges that connect us across lifetimes. Together, we have the power to foster a legacy rooted in joy, creativity, and enduring hope that weaves through the very fabric of our existence, ensuring that each moment contributes to a grand tapestry of resilience and vitality. In doing so, we craft a narrative that celebrates the boundless potential of our minds, guiding each other towards a future flourishing in connection, creativity, and cognitive excellence.